to the channel. Thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. So let's get into this one, since today's been an awesome day. I mean, this has been one of those kind of perfect days. The trailer for Shang Chi dropped early this morning. Wow, I'm surprised how early it was. I've seen it about 4 times now. I think that's a reasonable amount. I'll probably watch it a couple more times to get everything, but I like what I saw. I'm very happy. It looked very nice. Of course, now that I've seen this trailer, now I want to see the next action trailer, because the first trailer is always the teaser trailer where you get a nice little, quick overview. Then the next one is the action trailer, so we can see like, okay, you got me. But from what I saw, I was interested already. But I think it's going to be a great film from Marvel. But, of course, if, I'm asking questions, and I got this kind of title, here's a question. Here's an interesting question. So, is Shang-Chi the Black Panther moment for Asian Americans? And better question is, does it even want to do that? So I'm going to ask that question because I think it needs to be asked. Do I think that this movie will be that moment? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think Black Panther was a very, very unique film, and I'm talking about this specifically as a black man watching this film, as a fan of science fiction, fan of fantasy, game producer, comic book collector, comic book producer. I think Black Panther was the right kind of movie at the right kind of time. Everything was going on in the U.S. at the time. I think it was just kind of a perfectly needed situation. Also, having the Black Panther appear in Civil War gave people a really cool introduction to him. I'm glad they introduced him in Civil War. They gave you a little understanding about the character. You got to see a little before the scenes. And then the movie got to talk more about him and the relation with his country and that whole history. I think that was necessary. We're not getting this with Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi's getting his own movie, bam, right off the bat. If you don't know anything about the character basically, I'd say, easily put, is Bruce Lee in the 70s, created by Marvel, to capture the Kung Fu craze. That's basically it. If Iron Fist, another one, created basically the same kind of time, same kind of Kung Fu craze, boom, that's what we're doing. And, he's been around forever. He's even been in the Avengers, and I don't know. I don't see this movie having that same effect for Asian Americans, but then also I do see that effect. Being a person of color, I see other people's things that happen, other minorities like myself, and see how they're looked at. And I know that Asians have had a very long, controversial history in the U.S. And while many people feel, and this is not my opinion, but I've heard it said enough as a kid, Asians are looked at as being the good minority, whatever that really means. And people are very much like, be like them, be like them. But at the same time, I know the pressures that must put on them, specifically for them as a people. I know, listening to a lot of stuff about Hollywood and actors, Asian men are not considered to be, appealing to lead a movie. So it looks like with Shang-Chi, it's pretty much like the Black Panther. An all-Asian cast, very, very heavy-duty Asian influence. I believe the director is Asian, if I'm still remembering right, but I could be wrong. But I think I am right about that. And I think that's important. I think they are doing very much like the Black Panther did. Said, hey, we're gonna, in the lack of return, we're gonna black this up. We're gonna make this black. We're gonna go super black on this. And I feel they're gonna go, we're going super Asian on this. You may not catch all the references we're throwing out here. It's gonna be, we're doing super Asian on this. And I'm good with that. I'm very much like, yeah, man, let's put it out. I want to see it. Because look, on a purely surface level, as a comic book fan, I want to see the action. I want to see him do the kung fu. I want to see all the kicks. I want to see all that stuff. But I want to see how they connect this into the Marvel Universe. Because Marvel doesn't do movies that just hang out by themselves. There's always some kind of interconnection that we can see. And starting this whole new go-around with Marvel, I guess you have to, focus on what's the next group of movies going to be like. And if he's going to be leading one, he's getting his own one, well, he's going to probably get at least 2 or 3 of them. So how does that all tie in? What does that tie into? What's the bigger story? I just want to see. Plus, Marvel's going to be telling different types of movies, and I think this is necessary. So, I wonder if this is going to be one of those situations of, is it going to be a good thing? I'm hoping it's a good thing, because I want to see more movies like this. Because look, the more people that get represented on the screen, the more cool stories you can tell. Mm-hmm. And really, let's be honest, all the best stories relate back to family, friends, conflict, things like that. And that is beyond color, creed, religion, sexual orientation. the important ones are above all that. So, for me, hey, if there's some young Asian kid out there who's going to see this movie and be inspired like Lucas when he saw Black Panther, that's a good thing. I want more of that. That's good. I mean, if the characters I make for my game, if I can do the same thing, I want that. I want people to look at what I've done and look what people do and get inspired by it. That is the best thing that can ever happen as a creative. So that's it. Like I said, this is a short one because, the trailer's pretty awesome. So if you haven't seen it, there'll be a link at the bottom. Check out the trailer. Do yourself a favor. It's a good trailer. I can't wait to see more, and this is going to be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Also, don't forget, subscribe. Subscribe's always good, too. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you all later. Hey, thank you for checking out my channel. Do me a favor, check out my other videos, and if you like what you see, subscribe.